Kim, over to you.
All right, Doug, thank you. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and according to Harvard researchers, 1 in 5 girls are victims of date violence. And studies indicate that 38% of women who have been raped were raped between the ages of 14 and 17. Just a shocking statistic. With prom season here, the ever-present occurrence of relationship violence is certainly high, and high schools across the country have invited Deana's Educational Theater to perform a powerful play addressing that exact topic. And we are joined this morning by DET's Executive Director. This is Sher Rydia, and this is actress Rydia. How'd I do?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We worked very hard to make sure we could get the name. Both of us were working on it, weren't we? Let's talk a little bit about Deana's Educational Theater. Tell me what that is.
Okay, Deana's Educational Theater is a touring educational theater group, and we specialize in relationship violence prevention, and that is bullying and harassment prevention, sexual assault, and dating violence prevention.
These statistics that we just heard are shocking. They really are. So how does the play work, and how does it address those issues?
Our plays have basic learning points, and that is to teach the warning signs of abuse.
Right.
And to encourage people who are friends or family members of a person who is being abused or an abuser to know how they can step in and give some help to the victim.
Now, is the play geared toward a certain age group specifically?
There are different versions of the show.
Okay.
There's one for high school, one for colleges, and even for military bases.
Oh, terrific. Excellent. Now, how long have you been in the show? And tell me a little bit about your experience.
I've been doing it for the past year. It's been very interesting because a lot of times after the show, a girl or even a guy who's been abused will come up to you and either thank you for doing the show or tell a story about how this has touched them.
Sure, absolutely. Tell me what the show is all about. I mean, can you give me an idea? Is there a storyline going on? Yeah, a little summary, if you will.
The story follows a young girl named Anna, and she starts dating this guy, and everything's great, but then things start to go wrong, and it goes over how he starts to be cruel to her verbally, but then he's nice again, but then he starts to eventually beat her up, and in the end of the story, as it is a tragedy, it ends with her death.
Oh, my goodness. So it is very, very dramatic.
It is very...
Yeah, and as you said, it changes for different levels. I'm assuming it's more graphic maybe for some of the older, people and that kind of thing. What are you finding? You know, we heard from Rydia what the response is to her, but what are you finding as a response to that kind of thing?
Well, people tell us that they have teens or young adults come up after the performance and, disclose that either they are in this kind of situation or that they know friends who are, and they ask how they can help.
Sure. And what is the advice that you guys are giving? Because once you've presented this and you have these young people who are coming up and saying, I'm facing this kind of issue, obviously you have to be directing them somewhere.
We always refer them to the experienced and trained counselors.
And do those counselors
who are on site at the school or the military base.
Absolutely. Now, how do people go about having this come to their school if they're interested?
Okay, they contact us. Our phone number is 781-438-5604, or our website, which is a little more complicated. It's www.deanas, D-E-A-N-A-S, educationaltheater.org.
Okay. And is it too late to have the show come to your high school or to your university campus this prom season, if you will?
Certainly, we still have open dates for the prom season, and through the summer and early fall for orientation for colleges and things like that.
Okay. Is this a show that's refreshed and changed each year, or is this the same show that you're carrying out? Does the storyline change? What happens?
The storyline basically remains the same, but since it's theater, we have the chance to update the language that's being used, and new technology has been added, so we keep abreast to current things that are happening in language and things like that.
Sure, absolutely. Well, you want to be able to relate to your audience there. Well, it sounds like wonderful work. Are you enjoying the experience? Tell me what the experience is like for you.
It's very different than all the other theater I do because it's for a specific purpose, so you feel more like you're helping people and connecting to people and just making a positive impact on the world.
Sure, absolutely. It's got to be different than going out to entertain someone, but instead informing them, and I would imagine that's a great feeling, too, to know that you've done a great job. Ladies, thank you so much. Again, we want to tell you for more information about booking the yellow dress for a performance in your community, you can visit, and this was the website that we just heard. It's deanaseducationaltheater.org. You see the banner there at the bottom of our screen. Thank you both for being here. Continued success.
Thank you, Kim.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.